Hello, my name is Trevor Coverly, and today I'm going to be talking about power on and power off stalls. So, what is a stall? A stall is when the airplane stops producing lift, and this happens when the critical angle of attack is surpassed or exceeded, and both wings are stalled during a stall. What is the angle of attack? The angle of attack is the angle between the chord line and the relative wind on the airplane. A power off stall. So what a power off stall, it usually occurs in a dirty configuration and mostly happens while on final approach and can also happen during a go around. So basically, when you're on final, you can pitch the nose back too far and stall the airplane, and when you do a go around, if you pull the yoke back too far while having the flaps in, you're already at a slow airspeed, and the plane can stall pretty low to the ground. So for a power on stall, this usually happens during takeoff due to a nose high attitude, and again, pulling too far back on the yoke. So when you taxi onto the runway, you apply full power and you pitch back way too far. Like you don't line the cowling up to the horizon, you keep pitching, you get slow on airspeed, and the stall warning goes off, and you usually stall. So to recover from a stall, the basic procedure is to apply full power, lower the nose down while keeping the ailerons neutral and using rudder to stay coordinated. If one of the wings drops, you also want to step on that wing depending upon which one drops. For the power off stall, you'd also want to gradually put in flaps. So you'd immediately do full power, bring one notch up of flaps, and as airspeed rises, you gradually put in the other flaps. So at 60 knots, another notch, and then at 65, the final notch of flaps comes up. So something that can happen with stalls are spins. So what a spin is it's an aggravated stall. It's primarily caused from not recovering from a stall properly. It can happen at any flight attitude and at any airspeed, and it can be a pretty dangerous situation to be in depending upon your altitude. If you're really, really low to the ground for say on like takeoff or on final and you stall and then get yourself into a spin, you don't have a lot of time for recovery, and most of the time you're gonna crash into something. So the standard spin recovery is you pull the power to idle, you go ailerons neutral, you apply full opposite rudder in the direction of the spin, you move the elevator forward, and then you slowly recover from the dive. You're going to be in a pitch down attitude, so you want to make sure not to just yank back on the yoke, or you could potentially stall again. So you want to just gradually pull back on the yoke and then slowly apply power to get yourself back to a level attitude. In conclusion, stalls are not something we should fear as pilots, but just be aware of them and know how to recover from them. They can happen while taking off and during landing, and it's just something that we should prepare ourselves for rather than get ourselves into poor situations. The references I used for my presentation are Pilot Institute and Skyberry. Thank you.